See someone vandalizing the statue in front of the school. I think we all know that Miranda is the culprit. Ginger expresses that Courtney is in France and would have thoroughly enjoyed the prank. The principal was not amused, and he is determined to find the culprit. He kindly asks for the person that did it to step forward. Obviously, that doesn't work and threatens a full investigation and will punish the perpetrator to the fullest extent of the law. The girls are auditioning for the school play, but Miranda has her sights on the lead witch role. The auditions are done and the teacher starts to assign roles. Miranda just knows she about to get this role of the witch until she assigns it to Ginger. Ginger and company are very excited about the opportunity. Meanwhile, Miranda just knew she was about to cook. Objecting the teacher's decision, she explains she already knows all the lines. The teacher acknowledges her plight and tells her she can be the understudy in case, for some reason, Ginger is unable to perform. You know Carl and Hoodsey are up to some antics, trying to scare Carl's mom as a bloody hand falls out the refrigerator. I'm not gonna lie, he would have scared me with that, especially if the kitchen lights were off. Put some respect on Miss Foutley's name. We all know she's a G. Carl was disappointed and has to go back to the drawing board. The principal is lurking around rehearsals, probing for information on the potential culprit. Yo, peep how disgusted Miranda is right now. She is not enthused with her role at all. Miranda takes action into her own hands and tells the principal that Ginger was the one that vandalized the statue. Miranda has done some questionable things throughout the series, but this may be one of the worst. The principal is reluctant to believe Miranda, but she convinces him that there will be evidence to follow. Meanwhile, Carl is making another attempt to scare his mom with fake spleen coming out of him. This attempt also fails. Not surprised. I told you, Miss Foutley is a G. Carl resorts to more supernatural methods to try and scare his mom. Do you guys remember the old lady Carl met at the nursing home? Remember she died in the middle of dinner at the house? Well, Carl absolutely adored her and is trying to connect with her spirit, to talk with her, and get some advice. The first attempt was a failure. The principal pulls up during rehearsal to question Ginger in her involvement with the vandalizing of the statue. The principal tells Ginger to empty out all her belongings. Ginger proceeds to empty her bag and is shocked of the things that came out. The principal, without question, immediately suspends Ginger as she begs and pleads her innocence. Ginger informs her mom and her of the situation, and Ginger's mom believes her saying she will go up there and try to talk to some sense to the principal. Unfortunately, this won't be in time for the school play. Carl and Hoodsey kidnaps Blake, and Blake is trying to get an explanation. Carl simply tells him, bro, we need to sacrifice you to bring Maud
You
back.
what?
Carl is nuts. Look at the lengths he goes through just to scare his mom. That's commitment. This actually works, and Maud comes through to the physical world and possesses Hoodsey. Carl expresses to Maud that he lost his touch and is not able to scare his mom. Maud tells Carl it's not that you lost your touch, it's just that your mom is a bona fide G. This is what I've been saying the whole episode. Blake has a picture of Miranda vandalizing the statue, and Maud immediately grabs it. Maud says it's the least I can do after dying at her fancy dinner party. Meanwhile, Blake is terrified and flees the scene. Maud and Carl catches up on old times while Hoodsey is unconscious. Maud proceeds to go to Carl's front door and tells her it wasn't your dinner that caused my death, and proceeds to hand her the picture, clearing Ginger's name. Carl was finally successful in scaring his mom with the help of supernatural Maud. Ginger gets the evidence and rushes over to the school play. Ginger crashes the play and shows Miranda the evidence that she was caught in 4K. Ginger is pressing Miranda hard to admit her involvement. Miranda is trying to double down, but the rest of the cast turns on her. Miranda finally confesses in front of the whole school, incriminating herself. It appears Miranda becomes more unhinged when Courtney is not around. The MVP of this episode is Carl and Maud. He did whatever it took to scare his mom, even if it meant contacting the dead, which also happened to work out in Ginger's favor, clearing her name.